You're gonna break it.
Yeah, it's not even a telescopic lens, it's just a long...
Oh my god, we're live.
It's just offset.
We're live.
Hey, don't lick the camera.
Like a 2-meter long lens, it's like, you need like 2 people holding the lens at the bottom.
Yeah, you need like a crew of folks.
How do I copy the link again? I already forgot.
Otherwise the lens snaps off the camera.
There.
Well, unfortunately not in VR today. I literally have
Just check that.
torn down HTC Vive on my desk, trying to figure out what's causing it to lose
Huge
track
shift,
agree.
and they should be working fine.
Everyone can hear you
Yeah.
if you're up here.
I was just about to say another minor.
Everyone can hear me?
Yeah, so
Shut up, this isn't yours. Get off the stage.
you know,
Behavior is smooth.
I was listening tracking one day IK thing
it's not a
one day
loudspeaker.
update dropped, so I only get to disassembling my headset now.
No.
And besides that, it's quite dirty on the inside. I've blown into each and every hole. I'm also going to realign the ribbon cables. But
I've got hair between my teeth.
much like, for some reason, I think it's overheating. But I don't want to disassemble it further to find out, because right now, you know how HTC Vive looks.
Well, that's broken.
Yeah. The only thing you need to do, like level 1 disassembly, is taking off the protective covering, the outside cover. That's easy enough. But the next step is unscrew 20 screws. I don't have the Torx ahead for. I have T6, it requires T5.
Oh, T5, okay, that's really small.
Yeah, fucking over. Not well, it's not.
We quit
small,
changing
it's
to that
small.
camera
Yeah, it's like not in most kids.
Why?
because it was right in Fraser's head as I switched to it on the stream.
That's a good question. Excellent.
I have
Holding random,
relatively small
random parts
toys.
kids.
That's a bug right
Just
there.
buy all the random parts kids like.
Oh yeah, I cannot make it not do that.
I'm
Great.
missing something.
I
That could be
think I have T5 somewhere. I'm just not caring. I don't care enough to look for it right
Auto
now.
level. This camera.
Oh, I have T4 smallest.
No, it doesn't fit. It will strip the threads. Talks like that. A size higher, it kind of works. There's less chance of stripping the thread. Oh, sorry, the
I also have a T5.
yeah.
Take a seat.
No.
I refuse.
Everyone standing. Put your tuchus on the ground.
Why are you standing?
If he says
I'm just standing on the side because I rule you all.
Okay, where are we going?
Actually, we didn't.
I'm looking for my.
you think you're funny, Salbug?
Just
Maybe a little joke, sir.
yeah, you are. You're such a dude. All right, I guess we're gonna start. Everybody, take a seat. Take a seat. Relax. Get off your feet. Even you.
Okay.
You gotta raise your feet in the air as your butt is on the ground. This is the proper way to sit. Welcome to the Avatar Roundup. At this monthly event, we check out all things avatars, from cool components to radical rigs. Transversing through a list of presenters, each person may share, promote, and receive feedback on their creations. If you're choosing to show something that is not your own, credit the authors accordingly. More info on this event can be found at the website communitymeetup.net, and do abide by the community guidelines posted within. First off, I'd like to thank all of you who have been stopping by for over a year now. Recently, there's been quite the ignition of Avatar development, from SDK 3.0 to Audio Link, and even more so now with the IK overhaul and the Avatar Dynamics Open Beta. I know we're all excited to see what happens in this next year for artistic expression within VRChat. Lastly, I'd also like to thank some random peep for hosting last month's anniversary event on my behalf. Woo! Yeah, let's hear for Peep! So now let's begin to round up those who would like to share today. Please step on the opposite side of the stage and arrange yourselves in which order you'd like to present. The closest to the entrance will be those who are going first.
Nobody wants to go first.
You're not in a line.
I always have a lot.
I guess you are. Sure.
We're all like so close together.
Yeah, could you four like split up a bit?
You can just walk into the circle whenever it's ready. Walk into that line. You don't need to.
Not like.
Grid on the floor.
All right.
If you wanted, you could show some
Okay.
now and just step in.
Yeah.
Alright, I just realized I was unmuted. And React left.
Right now.
Yeah, it is Smoke Jug. They're a good fiend.
Hopefully I got everybody. Since Peep is first up, everyone else may return to their seats.
May return. You don't have to.
You don't have to, just don't go to your seat. Come on.
Yeah, go back to
Hey,
the
don't
seat
grab
where
the
originally-
camera.
Hello.
Half time.
Hello.
Point that thing at me. Point that. Hello, Peep. Point that.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Is this better?
Thank you. I'm coming first because I've just time zones. I like to yell. Compensate. I made a model, but it's technically got nothing like everything else. So I made, you know, it just looks cool. Is my cloning on?
I can.
Okay, yeah, my cloning's on.
Let's go IK.
So, yeah, he's like, I think he's like he's a cowboy. He goes, yeah. He generally disobeys the rules and, probably has some old-timey view I can't bring. Yeah, he goes, ooh, I'll give him guns, maybe. I might come back and animate this, because I do plan to animate the original I made, which, yes, this is a retexture. This was what it looked like when I made it. But I kind of wanted to make it public, but I liked this version, so I just made a blue alt and kept the cool one, because I'm... If you like purple more than blue, that's just too bad. Cry.
I like purple.
You get the blue one!
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, that was me. I modeled that, by the way.
Also,
Yeah?
it just works now because the beta. IK.
Oh yeah, if you're in the beta, it works for you. I'm not gonna optimize it because the beta's gonna fix it because I don't care. I'm gonna keep it. I keep it real. We keep it real here. Thank you, Salbog. Also, yeah, the scarf might clip in your vision a little bit because of how the design works.
Not that bad.
Probably because you control
Context, I had-
where your chest is going instead of it just bobbing up and down.
Well,
Anyway, yeah.
Head and hip.
Thank you.
The next person up is Juice.
Oh my. Hey everyone. So I'm probably gonna have a pretty brief showing here. I'm actually showing, ironically, like the very first avatar I showed in the avatar roundup, which was my handy drone. I'm kind of overhauling the avatar and getting ready to put it on Gumroad so that people can have it for themselves. I still got to work out some kinks. And of course, they dropped Fizzbone on us like yesterday. So I've already made that update, which unfortunately broke the dynamic bone stuff. Well, To be more specific, I removed the dynamic bone stuff entirely, so it just doesn't work in live right now. But yeah, it's got a bunch of new features, notably a lot more randomization. It also has audio link. Oh, I should turn on my hands and torso. So it's mostly the same avatar, has a lot of the same features. There's just more. So yeah, for anyone who likes this avatar, in the near future, once the dynamic bone stuff gets worked out, I hope to get it up on Gumroad, and otherwise it'll still be publicly available. That's all I got. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, you go Juice!
We'll look at all of them.
I'll let them preview a little bit. Except you're still playing with it.
Oh no.
Well, we can start here. So I'm Puma. I've showed off a couple things before. Last month, I showed off a portal gun. Just give an update. The portal gun is being updated. It should be out hopefully in about a week or so. That's a free version. I know a lot of people are asking about that. Happy to release it for free for everyone. As a bonus for the portal gun that's be coming out, I'm going to add a little toilet paper particle for everyone, so you can have fun and toilet paper your own little world. If you want to, have fun with that. So that'll be like a little optional particle that will come with things too. But what I want to show off today is OSC integration. Showing this to a couple of people. Let me switch to look avatar. Make sure you show my avatar. It is very poor by default because of the audio sources on this thing, so I'll give just a second for this to load for everyone. Let me explain. OSC is a protocol that allows external inputs to come into VRChat or push VRChat signals back out to hardware or other programs. Using a setup, we now have Twitch interacting with VRChat. I can place commands, bits, redeems, follows, subscriptions, banning time, whatever Twitch event, you can actually have that run animations onto avatars. And a lot of streamers are actually using the package that I put out. And free package, it's available now. This avatar is set up with this package. Setup only takes about 2 or 3 minutes. You run a little bot in the background, and it's done. What I'm going to do is I'm actually have the bot open in the background right now, and I have my personal Twitch chat up. So I'm going to type a little command to throw a random object at myself. So I'm just going to do this again. So again, streamer interaction. What I found is a lot of people like to throw random objects at avatars and throw it at the streamer. So continuing that on here, you can throw just random stuff. It's easy to incorporate. It's all particles. Yeah. So again, this is clonable. Do I have cloning on? I apologize.
Possibility to throw cars?
Yeah, you do have cloning.
Yeah, cloning's on. Yes, you can do whatever you want to do. You can do any mesh. You can do audio effects. I made it easy to drag and drop. I actually did a little video, specifically how to switch out the meshes and things like that. This avatar is clonable, and what I put on this thing is a menu that you can actually preview the different effects. So rather than going through a Twitch chat, you can actually physically or directly input doing these little inputs and throwing objects. If you're previewing the avatar, hold down the button for about 2 seconds or so, or 1 second or so, and you'll see the particle appear. Again, I want to sort of preview these things. There's like little head pad things. These are all just preview of particles, just giving you examples to build up on as you want to. Little follow effects. Again, these will all trigger automatically through the Twitch events when someone subs or things like that, or even just donate, bit donations, and you show it off. I have a version that will show to the entire room or locally only to you. So if you're with other streamers or with a lot of people, you don't want to, show off too much, you can have it run locally only for yourself too. So yeah, I'm a friend, Killers992. I'll program the bot. I'll put the package together. It's actually a good demo package for particles. It's very hard to find working particles for free. So hopefully people will take this example and build off it and maybe learn about buffer particle systems, arcs, giving negative speed to particles, all sorts of little tricks and stuff like that. Hopefully have fun. Another little thing too is that with OSC, we can actually drive specific inputs into the avatar itself. So not just triggering particles or animations, but doing the little commands. I'm now making myself move randomly. You can do a Twitch plays VRChat system. You can actually play Murder 4 with your chat, with them controlling you, picking up objects, moving things around. I have it set to random right now, but you can actually have it where they can move you forward, backwards, whatever you want to do. So yeah, make it fun. That's all.
That's awesome.
All right, well, I just wanted to show that off. Again, it's available for free right now. If you have any questions about setting it up, let me know. We have it where the bot auto updates. We actually have a good UI set up for the bot pretty soon here. Just let me know. Again, that's all I have to show. Again, the portal gun should be out in about a week or two as well. Yeah, thank you. All right, that's all I have to show.
So that's Gumroad.
Thank you.
Gumroad.
Fuma.
Fuma R-I-N-G. Fuma Ring. Fuma R-I-N-G. Yeah, or set me up on Discord and I'll get it.
YouTube support.
Thank you. So YouTube has a closed system right now to read interactions, but soon we'll have some ability to open that up. YouTube just did a long presentation wanting to get a lot of Twitch streamers to come to that platform. We'll see. So part of that is actually opening up this integration for different third-party applications and this protocol that hopefully we'll be able to tap into and feed back into VRChat as well. But good question.
That would be good.
Right, well, that's all I have. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Next person's up, Yash! Get up there!
Gosh!
Let's go, Yash. Oh, they're gonna be cool and show that off as well.
Hey, wanted to show off Rabbit Crab's speech-to-text-to-speech system.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh god, that's way too huge. How am I supposed to fit that in the view, Yash?
Rabbit Crab.
Rabbit crab, yay!
There you go.
It works by taking your speech, sending it to Microsoft Azure server to get converted to text, then sent back and played through your mic.
Heck yeah.
How quick is that system?
How expensive is that?
It's available on his Patreon.
Yeah, it's close.
Not
Azure
local
probably is
hosted
really expensive.
SMH.
It requires 6 tunnel servers.
It's rather quick. It only takes a few seconds for each message.
Hmm.
It requires all the processing. It requires servers.
Oh, you can even have it like that.
It could also have it over your shoulder.
That's very handy.
It also is set up via a script in Unity, so it's really simple to set up.
So now Yash doesn't have to speak anymore.
I also have my froggy car. I wanted to show off.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
please. That's so cool.
The new.
This one is clonable if you want to try it.
Yeah. I'm totally.
FBT compatible.
It has 9 different characters you can choose.
That's fun.
Oh, it flies.
Reminds me of Sergeant Frog.
And also has the ability to fly.
Oh yeah, Yash, you need to add Jinbei to it. Gotta add Jinbei, he's the newest member.
I like the side animation. Little boat rock.
Can also play the theme song.
Oh, I can't hear it.
Nice.
Wait, I can.
Also can't hear
Oh
it.
yeah, it has a very low range. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
That's good.
But that's all I have to show off until Avatar Dynamics goes live.
Yeah.
Yeah, drift that boat!
Hopefully it goes live before the next roundup.
some bugs to work out first.
Oh yeah, of course.
Where are you at?
Who?
Ribbon, your push talk didn't go off.
Oh, I'm done.
Next.
Go ahead next.
There we go.
Sure.
Okay, so I have been I have been working on a bit of, I guess, a personal project, but a lot of people have been asking for me to maybe like share it around. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet, but for those of you who know me, I usually don't do a lot of avatar stuff, though I do know a lot about like animators and shaders and udon. So what I have here to show is a shader-related project that I have been tinkering with for the past week-ish. Some of you might recognize it, and some of you who don't, but this should work for everyone. It does not use any cameras. So I'm gonna switch into it right now. Hopefully this is gonna... I did test it in here beforehand as well to make sure it worked. There, so this is the avatar I've been sporting in, for example, the Avatar Dynamics Open Beta and some other places. But what this is an interactive avatar. Basically, you can touch it and you will be able to paint onto it. So, Ribbon, do you wanna... Oh. Yeah. Anyone can.
You don't have to tell me twice.
God, I should have probably made this bigger. I do. Hold on.
Stealing your texture.
I do have.
Did I forget to install Counter-Strike Source again?
Let's see here. See if this works. Does this one work? You see it? It's a wall, right?
I don't see it being painted on.
Not working?
No. To be
Okay, I might have broken that one. Okay, let me switch back to the other one then. So, it's the shader itself has got several settings on it, right?
Do you mind over there?
Which is, for example, adding gravity to it, right?
Oh, great.
Right. Right. So one feature which is pretty neat is I added gravity to it as well, so you can have simulated paint that runs down your arm. So if I were to intersect this, it is also view based, so some of you might not see this too well, but if I just put my hand through it, or my hands through it, you can see that the paint is like dribbling down my arms and hands.
Oh.
So, and then I flip my hands or my arms the other way, and you know, it goes the other direction, right?
Cool.
So you can also like make it rainbow if you want, just have different colors coming out of it. Alternatively, you can just fill the entire avatar with it, and then you know you can. Hold on, let me turn off the gravity again. So now if I turn off the fill, it's gonna stay this way, and then I just set the color to be completely black. So now instead of painting it, you're erasing it, right? So, I mean, you can bring back the texture. That was, you know, the default like SDK texture. Yeah. So if I just get this everywhere, I can bring it back, and I also have support for like glossiness and speculars. They don't show up too well in this world though, because real-time lights and directional lights, I'm not sure how to set up the shading for those properly. Another feature I do have though is being able to swap the texture. So currently you've just been seeing the checkered one. However, you can't just turn it off completely, have it flat color, or you can make it the same color or the same texture as the other one, but then it kind of looks like it's pinkish liquid, right? Or you can make it like any other texture you want. So if I just make it this one, let's set it up to be completely white, and let's fill it. Now I am covered in sand, so now you can just like make it so it can be erased again. So there you go. That's what I've been up to. Yeah.
Very cool.
Wonderful work, Nestor. Nice.
Go!
Yeah! Next person up would be Tori.
Oh crap.
Let's go, Tori.
Let's go, Tori!
Don't be that excited.
What is that? You just had a soda can.
So I'm just gonna kind of show off some of my avatars and some of its technical stuff. Other stuff is models from a good friend of mine. Let people kind of look at them and see them. And then one's actually a model I made that personally I think is kind of trash, but people seem to like it. So like this fellow here, it's interclonable, so you can take a look at them. They're about half finished right now, but just showing it all off and whatnot. And some of this is stuff I have showed here before, but in the last time I came by, Ribbon really encouraged me to kind of bring it back, because there were a lot of folks that weren't here at the first meetup. Oh, thank you very much. And Shinda here tends to be pretty popular. Also clonable temporarily for people that want to get another look at her. Oh. If anyone's got questions, feel free to ask. Yes, the arms are definitely the favorite thing about this personally. I'm a big fan of constraints, and one of the other avatars I'm going to be showing is kind of the logical endpoint of that. Kind of overkill on it. Which I'll go ahead and move to that one now. My list is too big.
Actually, one thing I would like it.
Try by
With constraints, you could actually animate the offsets, which would be an interesting way. Basically what you could do is you could pose an arm and then set it in that position, and then move your other arms and then set that position.
Ah, yes, spiders. Always add more spiders.
Oh yeah, I've always wanted to do something like that.
Now this here was kind of an experiment with just going how far you can go with constraints. The clones here are posable around your position. Thank you.
Oh jeez.
And they copy all your movement. Yes. Your movement.
You could pose and
how far you can go with constraints.
and then move your
But I think it ultimately paid off.
Separate meshes, but rotation or complete rotation constraints.
They're all rotation constraints and on separate meshes, and then the visemes are also on separate meshes. I had to make a separate separate stuff in the animator for that. There's ways I could optimize this that I haven't gone through with yet, but it was more so a fun experiment than anything else. There's even a system in here that won't really work on if you clone it, but I could switch between the different heads, my perspective, using a camera system. And I can also lock them wherever I decide to leave them. And that's just done by disabling the constraints. So, fun stuff there.
Can you lock them in place and still have them follow rotation constraints, or would that be too messy?
That would be too messy, because it would essentially be running multiple constraints in a way. Maybe I could do it if I tried really hard, but as of right now, the system just is like either hard lock or nothing at all. I guess the last thing I'll show here is a model I made. More so, just learning how the 3D modeling process works more so than... most of my experience is on the Unity end and technical stuff, so this is a fun experiment, just learning how Blender works and modeling stuff out. Not my own character, it's an artist called... No. WonderWaffle93 on Twitter. So, if you like the character, definitely check their art out. It's really cool. They also designed Shinda, which I showed, well, Salbug's dressed up as them right now. So, good stuff. That's pretty much everything I got to show, so thank you for your time.
Oh, very nice.
I wanna fuck it.
Yeah. What? Who just said that?
I'm next. Hi.
Can you make a naked toggle, please?
So, the only thing I'm curious about is, the vision cone of what others perceive where I'm looking. So if you feel like I'm looking directly at you, raise your hand. If you feel like you're that you're unsure, shrug.
Actually, yeah. Stop staring at me!
Oh, my arm is
Stop staring at me, Ribbon. Okay, thank you. Oh.
I'm afraid to raise my arm due to ceiling fan. Please don't hurt me, Ribbon. Please don't. Wait, what was the question?
Instructions unclear.
Yeah. Well, that's all the data I needed. The next person up is Adeline? Adeline?
Did you have your list all the way down there?
That's you.
Let me remove my chair. Cool. So, I'm going to show 2 cool things you can do with OSC. Thank you for the very in-depth explanation, so I don't have to explain it. The first one is a public project. It uses a leap motion controller to basically show you your finger movement when you don't have index controls. I have index controllers, so it's not going to be very much use for myself, but I guess other people can find something to do with it. And the other one is just like a personal thing with a heartbeat sensor. I have seen people use it a lot, so I made my own version. First off, it's gonna be the leap motion thing because I want to remove it for my head before I show my heartbeat thing, because that involves doing some fitness. And it's probably gonna fall off. So I'm gonna switch into the one. That was the wrong one. Hold on.
Oh, I show avatar. There you go. I'm just gonna enable it. Alright. What I have to do now is basically put my index controllers back to my wrist, so I can move my fingers freely. I also will not properly see my fingers. You can also do this with wife trackers or whatever. Just have your hands shown. It's a script running in the background, which sends the leap motion stuff directly to VRChat, which is, see if I, hold on. Do I have it properly running? Give me 1 second. It should run. Right. I have hopefully turned on OSC in the settings. Check. That is weird. Wow.
Where you flying to? Just a quick question.
I should not be flying. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can fix the leap motion thing, so I'm just gonna skip to the heartbeat one. So I have a little thing in my head, it's like a heart, showing off my heartbeat. For this I'm using the software made by, it was MKC on GitHub. He forked another project for the Mi Band 5, which basically his addition is the option to send the OSC data. And then I found a number shader from that was from RedSim that just shows any given number I want. So let me see that I can turn this one on too. So this one is running. I'm just gonna double check with OSC. Oh, that's very weird.
Ooh. What kind of magician are you?
I don't.
Just turning on OSC.
Yeah, I'm just turning often on OSC, but it does not seem to do anything. This might be a world thing, which is very weird.
Could it be that you have sent so much data to the OSC server world-changing avatar that you crashed it? Because that's an actual thing.
You have to disable your software.
If you send a lot of data. Yeah.
It shouldn't. That is the thing. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Wait a minute. I'll go flying. Alright.
We saw that in the last meetup.
Yeah. That is sad. I cannot show it to you. I don't know why it's not working here. It worked today, like in another instance.
I think the OSC server might have crashed in your client somehow. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down and see if I can fix it in like the next 5 minutes. If not, yeah.
No pressure.
It's okay. OC was just 1 week beta. What could go wrong with that, right?
With VR, is it true that you had sex with all of the Christmas gang members?
Oh my god, this guy!
Is it true that...
How to... What a fucking idiot.
Let's get going. It's been 2 months. And I've got plenty to show. Oh boy. First off, who is the one who showed the constraint body avatar? That was able to shift their camera and create 2 additional ones? Ooh, I'd like to introduce you to something. Leviant actually has a special shader that's able to do that with a shader and no constraints, which is a lot less strenuous. If you want a simplified version of it.
That I was exploring back at the time, but I ultimately opted for the puppets.
Just in case you weren't aware of that. Yep, let me see. That's one of the avatars in the shop, and just a copyright music advisory for Ribbon.
Oh no, that's for me.
Sake.
Thank you.
Yep, just give you guys a
I
second.
turned off the avatar audio, don't worry.
Alright, yep, just need the avatar shown for this. Let's see here. Let's throw on some, I don't know, random tune here. So, as you can see, I can produce 2 of me. This is a shader, so there are no constraints. These fellas are not real. And if I want to, I can take it a step even further and just go bam.
Oh, nice.
With the same amount of demand.
I'm getting my own personal dance.
Why, hello there.
What?
Yeah, I can see the benefits.
Hello there.
I just ultimately opted for the other method because it enables other
Cool,
things
cool.
like the locking and.
There we are.
Yeah, I might even come up with a system for letting people pose them when I get my hands on Avatar Dynamics.
I made an 80s moth recently because 80s is cool and hip and fashion sense doesn't make sense. That's what's great about it. So as you can see, I'm the height of fashion right now, and as you know, you're not the internet in the 80s if you don't have random multicolored geometry just floating around you. And they follow me at different speeds. My little partner followers.
Dicosahedron following you, that's great.
Oh yeah, come on little cube, you can make it. Do it, buddy. Come on. Come on.
Actually, are those particles, or are they like using dynamic bonds? Or like some...
They are particles with a single 3D shape over them to render them. Because they started breaking if I started making them just purely particles. Some of these shapes didn't want to exist. And on top of that, this fella comes with its own deployable dance floor, which I used for New Year's. It's got its own firework show. It also comes with, let me see, throw on some 80 music, which is tied to the dance floor only. If you're touching the dance floor, you hear it. And same thing with if I throw on a visual effect here. I have a black fog overlay on this.
Oh, that's
that is only
fireworks
visible
too.
on the dance floor as well. with with the texture change. Yep, and the black disappears if you walk away along with the music. Butterfly state though. And if you look up in the sky, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see what we got next. I guess. We've got this fella here. Alright. Would anybody like to touch the magical floating orb above my head? Only one person could do it. He's gone. I own him now. Goodbye. So I've transported Aurora to a pocket dimension. He is in the dimension that's within this orb. He can leave at any time by standing up. This was a test for possible 5 different ones floating above my head that can take people away who click on it to that dimension featured on the orb. So right now he's experiencing, they're experiencing visuals, music, so on. He's having a good time till they climb out. That's why there's only one chair on it. There we are.
That's amazing.
Yep. You, Mr. That's Amazing, get in my dimension.
No.
Get in.
Yes, I go to a better place.
Haha, we're never gonna see him again. Yes.
I take people in my pocket dimension.
Is the seat just like above? Just move people up
Camera
and then
stab.
there's something happening there? Or how does it work?
No, it moves them down because they are a sinner and they need to go down into the dimension box.
Oh.
Yes.
Wait, so you're saying I can see the dimension
That
box
person
if I
was a
just stick
demon.
the camera down here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can see it down there. They're in that box.
Oh.
I just showed.
Oh my.
I'm having a whale of a time.
Oh yeah. Let's see here. And finally, I've got my playing with dimensions, which I've loved so much. Trying this feature out. I've shown it to 1 or 2 people here already, but this one I'm actually making an entire world based off because I loved it so much. So, if it's working, you can't see me. That's how it starts. So you shouldn't be able to see me. And then if I start, let me get doing this correctly. Ah, there we are. One of these two. There we are. Let me just draw myself a little bit. Let me.
Cool.
So I'm on a different plane, and I consider it like a window that's covered in fog, and I'm just wiping it away so that I'm visible. And then, if I want to, I can take it one step further. Let me see here. Should have started with this one.
Oh no, no, I gotta show that
Where
one.
you could see me
It's too big.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Oh goodness, that was a little bit.
Okay, I'm waiting for it to load.
Let me know when I'm loaded.
Oh god, what is that?
All right. You know, well, that's because I'm in different dimensions. Let me see here.
You're right.
If you noticed, I'm in a different room than you guys. Hello.
Can I
Get out of that room!
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm in this room
pocket
now.
dimension now.
No.
I like that.
That's amazing.
Now I'm in my throne room. Like this. And I could just walk. I'm in this one.
God.
Oh my.
That's the music button. There we are. Let's hop into the 4th dimension. Here's my computer terminal room. Oh yeah.
That's so confusing.
How much power does it consume? How big is the electricity bill?
How much power does it consume? Oh, don't worry. Geothermal. Just got a whole plant. Dude, this thing's got at least 2 megabytes of RAM. You don't understand how strong this is. This is 1992. All of this has, dude, this is like a 970 graphic card right here. That's horsepower.
That's horsepower.
And then I can take it, I've got 2 other ones.
Actually,
Here. Where I do this, let me see here. Now this one. Let me see if I can't. Okay, am I visible?
Invisible.
Am I visible right now? Am I visible or invisible?
Invisible.
Invisible.
Okay. I gotta remember. Okay, let me see this. So if I do this, for everybody's sake, let me just... There. Invisible now, right?
Hi.
Ish?
We see you. Oh yeah.
wait,
Well,
wait,
not
where are
from
you?
every angle.
Oh,
Gone
Right
now.
here. Not every angle. It's... Hey, existing takes a lot of effort. It's a lot easier to just...
You're a
partly exist.
4-dimensional creature. Sometimes you're here, sometimes you're not.
Wait, so if I walk around you? Oh.
I don't need to take that disrespect. I'm going to my room. I don't need this. I don't need this disrespect.
Nice room.
I'm going to my room. Thanks, I got Pac-Man. Here, allow me to sit. Allow me to help people who are struggling to see it. Oh, hey, Juice. Welcome. Here.
Welcome, Squid.
I'm going to my room.
Oh no, it's so dark now.
What the heck?
no legs.
Wait,
can I go in?
No, you have to be on my. You need to be on the 4th dimension. And Monsters Inc. closed. Yep. Think of Monsters Inc. there. And finally, the last one, which is the entire premise for the world, is converging realities. Where 2 planes of existence can exist on top of each other at once.
Is it just me or is the avatar taking ages to load?
Yeah, it's fairly large.
Oh yeah.
It's because of a bunch of the shader stuff and the download on top of it.
This is literally the biggest avatar I've ever made, so yeah.
1.4 million.
It's got a lot going on. Talking 69.
I see you.
Because that's the good big number. Alright, let's do that. Let's do that. So, if you noticed, if you come over to me, you can see the computer terminal room and my bedroom at the same time. Overlay.
I think closer. Oh, I can't go in.
If you look, they're like little broken spots of reality. Little fractures in reality allowing you to see things.
The door.
Oh, you don't see anything? Allow me to help you.
I see.
That means you just loaded.
Yeah.
What? There you go.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah. So, it's existing in 2 places at once. You've got 3 layers of reality. Me in the 2nd, this one in the 3rd, computer room in the 4th. Oh, yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh yes, it's...
So, how do you take computer power with you from the 4th dimension to this dimension?
Oh no, you're always a moth, or...
Well, the computer room terminal is meant to be a monitoring station for the other ones. Oh yeah. So yes, I technically have 4 different ones that can all overlap with each other, but I'm trying to figure out why 2 of them broke earlier this week.
Do you mind?
Oh, not another one.
What?
God.
Move on.
Another one.
What the fuck?
Idiot.
And finally, last but not least, my biodome, which this took about 6 to 7 hours to make. This one took about 6 to 7 hours to make. 3 of that spent on a goddamn rain particle because I'd never made a particle before. And I was banging my head against my desk, trying to make rain be rain. So, this one's a little spacious. Let's see here.
Oh geez,
Welcome. A biodome.
Big.
Oh yeah, it's all contained in the bubble.
Could you do it again?
Touch
grass.
Oh, it just loaded? Let me help you then. There you go.
Hey, touch.
Hey, thank you.
Alright, now still we can finally touch grass.
I'm too lazy to touch the grass, but we can film you do it.
Alright, fine. I'll touch grass. Hi, chat. I'm touching grass.
Except there's nobody watching, probably. I don't know. Nobody has written anything in chat. But it's also for... It's also for the archiving purpose. Yeah.
And the rain does have splash on contact with the grass.
Yeah, I did.
That's the thing.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah. When it comes in contact with the grass, it activates the second particle for splash.
It's not possible.
And you know what happens when it rains, right? That's when the
Grass
worms
grows?
and the amphibians comes out. And you know who's an amphibian?
Sorry to have to argue.
Kermit the Frog, baby. Come on out, boy.
Oh, God.
Oh, there
I don't.
He's right above.
Oh, there he is.
He's jamming. Kermit's got vocals if you get close.
I can't do
He's
it.
got chords.
How you doing, Hamish? Enjoying your time in the city?
Hi. Oh yeah.
Hell
Yep.
yeah.
and that's what I've got to show off.
I mean, how long?
Oh yeah, go in Kermit mode.
How long's Matt been
Same thing with the color effect. It's all proximity based.
Alright, Juice. Hey, how's it in the dome?
Alright.
It's pretty good.
And then here we go. And that is my presentation, folks. I hope you enjoy the event. Oh yeah, a little escape from reality for a moment. There we go.
What's reality?
Oh, whatever you want it to be. That's the magic of this game.
Who's hosting this week?
The last person up is Ollie.
Alright, hi everyone.
Hey.
This is my first time presenting here, so thanks for having me. And what I actually want to present today is the couch over there. The couch is actually part of is controlled by a prefab that I just released called World Object. And so World Object uses OSC, and it's we saw some world space drop type props earlier, like stages and stuff that other people showed, but with World Object, it's actually network synced. So, that couch has been there. It should be in the same place for everybody, and I can actually use OSC to like move it around. I can bring it. I can summon it. Come to me, couch. See? You can rotate it around.
Is it?
And
Quick
so this was really like
question.
I designed it for.
Is this done by moving the object from the origin point of the world?
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
So I have a series of animations. The object is actually anchored at the origin of the world, and there's a series of animations that moves it up to a kilometer in all three directions. And OSC just blends between those animations. But I designed it really for stages, but any kind of world space drop that you really want to be network synced, like if somebody joined late, they would receive all the position updates and it would show up in the same place for them as well. There's if you want to use it, there's a link in my bio. And actually, that just reminded me, I'm going to post it in Discord as well. Yeah, that's it. So.
Also, one question.
Anyone have questions? Yeah.
They will definitely be
So when
using this.
placing it, does that mean that you have to punch in basically the numbers for where it needs to be, or can you
Yes.
add it with your avatar? Oh, okay. Yeah.
No. Unfortunately, there's no way to drop the prop at your player's position. I have a GitHub feature request open on the OSC board to basically report the player's own position out on OSC, so that then I can use that to drop it at the player's position. But unfortunately, yeah, right now you have to. Actually, that's another factor.
if you look at I have a watch here, which has some numbers on it, and that's actually my current world space coordinates. And so that's how I know where to drop the object.
Oh yeah, you can do that with
so
the shader.
I provided. Yeah, that's exactly what this does. So I provided a material as part of the prefab, so you can apply it even just to a plane or something that you can toggle on your hand. But you do need to know the world position in order to be able to drop the prop there. So that's one of the restrictions right now. Yeah.
I guess with Avatar Dynamics, you could use fishbones to drag it a bit and stuff.
Yeah, I was just talking about that with some folks earlier. I need to do some prototyping on that and see if Avatar Dynamics can help with that.
Hey, Ollie.
Yeah.
You should mention, like, the flexibility of this fella, because couldn't you just replace the couch with any object and then make it extremely flexible, and you'd have a network-based object system? Because...
Oh, 10 out of 10. Crasher. Yeah, oof, Bento, oof. Yeah, I guess everybody crashed. The user was called Proton VPN. Great, now I have to set up all the cameras. Invite myself back. It was a bit annoying. Yeah, Bento, I'm pretty sure everybody crashed because it was probably network related.
Alright, hi everybody.
Get back on up here, Ollie. We got you.
Okay, I have one more feature to show about the couch. Check this out. So you know how we all just crashed out?
Yeah.
It's still in the same spot.
Yeah, because your program remembers it.
Look at that. Look at that.
Okay, so you were asking about the general purpose nature of this. Yeah, the prefab is actually just the positioning of the object, and so there's a blank. Like if you load the prefab in, there's a blank object just called container, and you can put whatever you want underneath it, and world object just moves it around.
Oh yeah, because that means it's a universal network-based object system, which makes it extremely better than just a couch thing. Because that allows, because you could bring a whole entire frickin' IKEA with you worth of frickin' furniture.
Yeah. So you could like lay out.
You could bring anything.
You could lay out a whole room and just put it underneath the world object. Yeah. Yeah.
That is fantastic. I'm actually gonna probably utilize that.
Awesome. Yeah. So I have one request too. Is if you use it, like ping me and send me photos. Like I really want to see what people do with it. That's the reason I do these things is because I love to see the results of them. So have fun, get creative with it.
How many bits do you use to transfer the data?
Yep. Yeah, so it is, let me see, 19 bits. There's 2 floats and 3 bools. And the way it actually works is my OFC program in the background is constantly cycling through all 4 axes and just setting them one at a time. So that there's some bits that select which axis we're transmitting, and then there's 2 floats that transmit the position. And then it switches to the next axis and transmits the position, switches, transmits. And so by doing that method, I basically managed to pack all 4 axes into just a couple of bits. So it's really not too expensive.
Yeah, so you get precision of a double without having to use like actually 3 doubles for it.
And the thing is, even though it takes more frames, it's still good because you can synchronize it better. Yeah.
It's performance heavy. Actually, one thing that's similar. Someone made an OSC program that can display an image. It just transfers every pixel.
Cool.
That sounds
It takes
insane.
ages to load an image, but I still think.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. In the GitHub repository for this prefab, I also have a document describing like kind of into some technical detail how I did the like axis switching and I call it parameter multiplexing, but you're basically like sending multiple parameters through the same set of bits by using some selectors. So check that out if you're interested too. Okay, that's it for me. Unless anybody has any other questions, I want to leave time for the next person.
Can you post a link of?
Somebody already did.
Download, right?
Yes.
Somebody already did. Joke already did.
Yeah, Joker's got me.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
All right. Yep. Okay. There it is. Yeah, I posted it in Discord, so go check it out.
Yeah.
And cool. Thank you.
Nice couch.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, there's the R. That's okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Poison. There's no R. You can add an R if you want. Everyone does. It's fine. This is... No, you're good. I just find it funny. I love it. It's endearing. I look at it as I am the horizon, you know? Woo. Anyway, so this is my first time here as well. I actually had no idea what this was until I joined off Ollie. I just wanted to see him display his world or his network synced world drops because that is super exciting to me. And I threw together that couch for him earlier this morning just because, you know, wanted to show that off too. So thank you for that, Ollie. Appreciate it. No, thank you. I love seeing people use my stuff. So knowing what this is now, I figured I would actually show off some of my work that I've done. I'm a modeler by hobby, mostly programming by trade, but on my off time I do like to make content, and VRChat has been spectacular of a platform to be able to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my showcase avatar. It is very poor because of all the different meshes here, but let me recalibrate here. So I'll give you guys a second just to show this avatar. So ever since, what was it, New Year's, I actually went to Shelter, the DJ event. That was the first DJ event that I've ever been to, like a music event. And I was floored by the experience that I was given for free, really. And that's super inspiring. So I decided, like, you know, I kind of wanted to give back to the community in the same way that Shelter was giving to everyone, including myself, that wonderful experience that I didn't have to pay anything for. So I ended up making a bunch of kind of rave clothing, which I kind of coined Has4 was kind of like the brand, this fake brand. It's not copyrighted. I'm not going to do any of that, but I decided to throw a bunch of different kind of like rave style clothes, all audio linked, inspired by some tech wear brands out there like Fabric of the Universe, as well as Neophoric, which is the brand that Shelter uses to make their clothing. So I put together this kind of display mannequin to show off all the different options that I have. So right now you should be able to see the different types of pants and the t-shirt, and I can actually go in here and cycle between the different designs that I created for the t-shirts. So I have 4 different versions of this. Same mesh, just a bunch of different textures, whichever kind of theme that you would see fit. But then I also have a few different outer shells, like the strap jacket, which is the one that I and Ollie are wearing. But also, if you're not looking for a jacket and you're looking for something more, you know, cozy, I have a hoodie as well. And maybe if you don't want those kind of pants, I do have a different version of those pants. There we go. Switch those out. And same with the beanies too. So I got this type of beanie, that one, and this third design here. And then finally, if you're not looking for an outer shell, nor do you want a t-shirt, I do have a series of long sleeve shirts. All of these are unique designs too, so the long sleeves are indeed different from all the t-shirts. So yeah, all of these are on my Gumroad for free. Once again, because I really love seeing people using my stuff. Like I don't care about the money. I'll take donations and they are super appreciated, but just seeing Ollie use my stuff, Joker also was using my jacket earlier. I love that so much. So yeah, all this is free, and I have one more avatar to show after this. So I want to show off. But any questions on like the has for clothing?
I'm really curious how it looks with audio link, but I think we can't test.
Oh yeah.
We do have audio link here.
I guess this world probably doesn't have it. Oh, you do? Would you be able to go ahead and turn that on? Let me pull this back out.
You could just have asked. Oh, we're going to the night one. Hey, Ribbon, problem. I left my camera in the other place.
Oh no. That's cool. Ooh.
Here we go.
Hey, nice. So I think I'm only using what is it? Bass, high, and low. I forget which channels I'm using, but I'm only using 3 channels. So let me go ahead and cycle through. What's this? The hoodie right now? Okay. Let's see. Let's drop out the hoodie. We'll cycle through some of the t-shirts. So there's this one.
Oh, that's a cool design for audio link.
Yeah. This one was inspired specifically by Neophoric Shelter designs. So, yeah. Cool.
Very nice. Yeah, thank you very much.
Great. Thanks for the audio link. All right, I have one more avatar to show. Thank you. So if I could get the lights back on too, because
Lights. Go.
Lights. Yeah.
Give me the blue light, bro.
Woo. That's really cool. I love that you can just like switch the lights on and off. All right. No, I appreciate it.
Telescope world, like a big dome with a telescope that you can look
All
at
right.
the stars.
Switch this one. This one will also be very poor as well. So before I went to music events, I didn't even know they existed. I was much more involved with the dancing scene, so I made a lot of models and assets for dancers that I liked, and I ended up making a lot of stages. And I don't know, that awesome moth guy had wonderful stages, and that was super exciting to me. But let me go ahead and show off the second stage I made for a dancer. They are a kind of a cyberpunky back alley, kind of like grimy, the cyber and punky style of dancer. So I ended up throwing together a, let's see, let me get my toggles working right. Stage lowered. Okay, cool. I made a cyberpunky back alley, kind of dirty but techie stage for them to be able to spawn anywhere they're dancing. So no matter what world they're in, they're able to just drop a stage out and have a cool animation and all that other fun stuff that they can dance on. So I'll start with the spawn animation. So this comes up behind or under me, but then we have these different sections pop up one at a time. Right now, this is actually kind of synced to a song, but I'm not going to play the song because I don't have it on this avatar. But each part comes in, then the iris closes up. And this would be stage 1 of the spawn animation. So, and this is, all from scratch, just my own little modeling handiwork. This is a wonderful model to make. I had a lot of fun with this, a lot of challenges and a lot of learning experiences. So once this is out, though, I now have the options to start doing toggles such as turning lights on.
I like the
so
texture work on it.
This is all baked. Thank you. Yeah, that was the most fun part. So
Did you do that with Substance Painter, I assume?
yes, this is Substance.
Okay.
Yep, and there's no live lights here. That's all baked in because I wanted this to be at least somewhat performant. I forget how many tries this used, maybe like 30,000 total for the stage, excluding my avatar. So no live lights, all baked down, and then once I have those lights on, I can actually go ahead and open up what I call the emitters here. And this was definitely the coolest part of the stage. At least it was like the main idea of it was to allow a visualizer to be around the ring. So now that these emitters are now open, I can turn on the visualizer, which is actually linked to my Visemes. This was chosen just because a lot of dancers will play their music through their microphones with voice meter and everything. So in order to have some kind of linked effect, I added this Viseme linked visualizer that, as you can see, just cycles through the RGB and has this kind of like cool wavy effect. It's nonsensical. It's not a real visualizer. This is literally just me in blend shapes being like, yeah, that looks cool. I'll add a peak there and a low there. It's just me. So don't think this is like as cool as it looks.
It's convincing.
Right. So
that's what counts.
yeah, right. And that's all I wanted.
It's better than no effect. Yeah.
Right.
It works visually. I mean,
Further under the toggles as well, just if you're, I wanted to give him all the options to, throughout his music, if like he wanted the visualizer, if he didn't want the visualizer, you can turn it on and off based on like if the music's low or if it's high energy. But I also added a booster to like increase the height if it's like suddenly a huge drop in the music, and you can increase its vertical length there to make it kind of like more beefy of a size there. And then finally, because I love feature creep, apparently, I decided halfway through to add a final toggle, and I can open up these rings here on the inner side, and then turn on lasers. But then also another set of lasers, but then they also spin, which is really fun. So as he's going, you can turn that on as well as the visualizer and just have that going. So
Freaking
yeah.
laser beams. Sense. Like they have actual rails in there.
Yeah. That was the fun part. I wanted to make it actually practical because usually when dancers are getting their pictures taken, it's usually very close up, and usually it's almost on the ground. And knowing this, I figured if the camera's gonna be lower to his feet, looking up at him, it's probably going to be near these things. So I just wanted to make sure it had at least something in there to make sense there. So. And same thing, like you can turn them on, turn them off, separate toggles as well. So, in fact, you can actually have the lasers on without the visualizer because it's all just on their own separate layers. Okay.
I like how it even closes up and opens up when you do this stuff.
Yeah.
Now let me turn out lasers.
So you don't
Like the
notice
deployment
till they're not
animations
there.
and stuff, yeah.
Yep, and then finally,
It's an exit animation.
we do have a despawn animation. Because I don't like the pop out, so.
Just like,
and there you
pop.
go. Thank you so much, guys, for letting me show off my fun stuff. This is really cool. I'd like to probably participate a little bit more now that I know what this is. So, awesome. All right. Thank you.
Welcome. Really cool. No, thank you.
Right on.
Awesome.
And so, as of right now, the last person would be Melting Army Man.
Melting!
Ooh, melting.
Okay, so back when like OS was in beta, like I figured, hey, like right away I had like tons and tons of ideas. One of the big ones I wanted to do was getting EEG readings into VRChat, but unfortunately I was doing my thesis at the time and someone bet me to it. Luckily, the person who bet me to it is also part of the same adventure team group as me, and so I was like, hey, let's do some collaboration on it. Honestly, they did most of the footwork, but currently, so a lot of elements of my avatar are actually being controlled directly by my brainwaves and nothing else. So my ears, wings, pupil dilation, and color are actually different parts of my actual brainwaves. So, for example, my ear movement is actually how calm I am in any given situation. My pupil dilation is based on like concentration. My color is my general mood and tone, and my wings are right and left brain activity. So I like to think of it as probably the first step between, you know, a neural brain interface into social VR, which I think is pretty cool. Now, officially, Charles, who did the Python work and getting this working, is, you know, mostly his work. But I have to say, it's cool that this is doable right now. If you want to try to do it, I would look up officially Charles's GitHub, and you'll need a device like an EEG device like the Muse 2 are kind of the only things really available that will fit under your VR headset at the moment. It's not the most comfortable thing either. Eventually, hopefully, they'll actually have headset covers built in with EEG readers, but it's just, I just thought it was pretty cool that my brainwaves are controlling elements of my avatar and not anything else, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's really all I was.
Jesus.
Yeah. But yeah, I honestly, getting this fine-tuned to control and like actually do stuff, it is actually practical in getting stuff to move. It takes a lot of practice and in very ideal conditions, and there's a lot of smoothing algorithms. Something like a Muse, like information coming from that is very noisy, so you have to smooth that out, and so much data is lost. So you're kind of stuck between erratic brain activity and then just very smooth and kind of not super great for showing people how it works. So it's just really cool, but it's definitely something I feel like a lot more people need to jump on and work on, because I feel like this is kind of the future where things are going. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to show.
That's pretty cool. Heck yeah.
Yeah, nice.
My god. Hey, good job, Melvin.
Well done. Somebody get Gabe Newell in here. He'll like this.
No, he's too busy personally delivering Steam Decks right now.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Why was everyone wearing masks? I don't get it.
I work for Valve.
It's just the base one's $300.
Well, that concludes the Avatar Roundup for March 2022. Here's to hoping to see you all again next month. Thanks again for joining us and all that other jazz. Woohoo!
Heck yeah.
You did good.
I can steal from Mario as much as I want.
Uh-oh, Nintendo layers are coming.
Wahoo! Yippee!
The Nintendo DMCA. Oh no! Can we get a Mamma Mia?
Oh my god, we're gonna get DMCA by Nintendo now.
Zeus is going to rain down.
So
Dude, that was cool. That was the first time I'd seen your stages like in person.
Oh really? Oh shit.
Sorry.
Damn. So you haven't seen the demon one then?
Done.
No.
I don't have that one uploaded.
We're done.
So where's the after party?
What's the after party? I'm too lazy to stop this stream. Hey, you walked past the camera, Rib, and you walked past the camera. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Stop the stream.
Okay, okay,